Do we believe that children are innocent?
How old are they?
Let's pick an age. Maybe let's go with babies.
Yes.
Okay.
You mean
Inherent.
Inherently innocent.
And learn
Behaviors later. Yes.
Yeah. So they're innocent.
Yeah, we have it too, like the same way, but
Can you elaborate on that?
well, what do you mean by innocent? Explain my innocent in different.
Well, maybe you can define for us what your innocent is, rather than being all textbook about it.
Innocent, all right, innocent, unknowing.
Yeah.
So you have a baby
Not
who
corrupt.
doesn't know anything, good, bad, or anything. Then they're going to learn based on their environment and teaching. So if it's innocent based on that they have no knowledge other than needing to eat and it's what they need, their needs, then yes, I would say innocence. Do they stay innocent? Now that's different.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a blank slate, right? Like
Okay.
a newborn baby is like
Right.
they're not good, they're not bad, they haven't really
Right.
learned anything yet, they don't know how to operate in this world.
Right.
Is there anything else you want to do with that?
Although,
Yeah.
A baby.
if you think about it, and if you think about some of the serial killers, were they born or were they made?
Yeah.
So that
Interesting. So maybe they're going to sort of inherent
Maybe
evil?
there's something in their
I don't
DNA.
know. Or is evil genetics? I don't know.
Is evil
Or
genetics?
learned or taught.
But in that case, if the baby hasn't committed anything evil yet, are they?
They're still innocent.
They're still innocent at that point,
They're
right?
still
So
innocent.
that's kind of the difference between innocence and guilt, right?
Yes.
We're
Yes.
innocent until proven otherwise.
Until
Yes.
you do, right, like the queen
Sort of.
power.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's no peach on it.
Yeah.
You have this baby.
Yeah.
Do you think that vulnerability has anything to do with innocence? Are those two things related? Vulnerability and innocence?
I don't think they are. I don't think they are at all.
So, like, but would we think that newborn babies are vulnerable?
Well, they are because they can't exist without somebody caring for them.
Got it.
So they
yeah.
are vulnerable in that respect.
Yeah, so if somebody stopped caring for a baby, it would not
Would
be able
die.
to survive.
Right. It would die.
It would die.
Right. Yeah.
So, I guess this issue of innocence and vulnerability, I want to transfer it away from the newborn baby. I want to know how you feel in relation to like dogs and cats. Like, do you have any pets? Like, do you have dogs and
Yes.
cats? And are they
Yes.
innocent? Are they vulnerable?
Yes, they are both innocent and vulnerable. Although you still have the same thing with the DNA, right? So when a pit bull, this is the kind of the perfect example. Is a pit bull inherently prone to be violent, or is the pit bull made violent? Is it learned, or is it inherent in them?
Yeah.
I mean, and we know that some dogs, just by the nature of the dog, Akitas and other dogs, purely have tendencies that are protective, which makes them violent if somebody they love is being attacked. So, but they are vulnerable because they could potentially survive on their own, but they could also easily die.
Yeah. So do you have anything to add to that?
No, I would say they're both innocent and vulnerable, and survival is what will make them who they are.
Yeah, they sort of rely on humans to take care of
Yes,
them, right?
they do.
I mean, so if they're born into, a shelter situation or they're rescued, like they really do rely
Right.
They do. Full
on humans
care.
for full care. Without
They do.
that, they would die just the same way a baby would.
Right.
Right? Great. So I guess I'm wondering, does that sort of feeling like of it's our responsibility to care for them, does that also transfer to other animals like cows, pigs, chickens, fish? Like, are they also vulnerable? Are they also innocent?
So so you got me till you said fish.
Okay. Yeah.
Because there's this kind of a mammal, so our tendencies, right, innately are, mammals are animals that we tend to want to care for and nurture because they're warm-blooded
Because they're like us.
and they're like us. But once you get to things like snakes and fish, reptiles, and cold-blooded creatures, I think that I don't have the same feeling about fish
Got it. Yeah.
or a snake as I would for any mammal, a raccoon, or squirrel, or whatever. Yeah, a dolphin.
Dolphin, sure.
Yeah, they're not a fish, right? They're a
They're
mammal.
mammals, right? Yeah. So,
Whale.
so let's talk about the mammals first. Then, what is it like? What is it about your care for mammals? Like, is there a reason that we should care for them?
A reason. I mean,
Yeah.
we should care for every.
Or
right?
a reason that we should
What-
care for a newborn baby, for instance? Like, You know what I mean? Or you could say for any of these, like we believe that, or you could just say the innocent and the vulnerable in our world. Like we should care for
Okay.
those. Like why? I guess
Right.
that's the big question. Like
Yeah,
why should we?
Why
care for
should
them?
we care for them?
Yeah.
It's what God. I mean, honestly, it's what God has told us to do. It's just innate.
Something we're taught.
It's something we're taught, and it's
There's
just.
a cultural element.
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely a cultural.
There's a
There's
spiritual
element. There's a cultural element.
And even
yeah.
religious beliefs are kind of passed down through generations as well.
Yes,
right?
Right.
So,
yes,
Yeah.
and the religious beliefs actually frame a lot of cultural kinds of things.
yeah.
So your Northern Europeans, your Italians, your Spanish, etc., are very close. Portuguese families are important. Families are close and care for each other. The same, actually, in some other cultures, but Japanese, etc., it's a little bit different than what we do. But yeah, I mean, I think it's cultural, but that a lot is driven by religion.
Are you familiar with the golden rule at all? Like, if I say the golden rule, do you know what I refer to? It's kind of the idea of like, I wouldn't do something to somebody
Do
else
unto
that I
others
wouldn't
that you
want
would
done
have
to
them
myself.
do unto
Right.
me. Yes.
Yeah, so is that,
Yes.
I mean, it's of course in the religious doctrines, but it's also something I think we understand innately,
Yes.
right? Like,
do.
I wouldn't punch a random person in the face because I wouldn't want to be punched in the
Right,
face. I
exactly.
understand. So
Yeah.
could you extend that same empathy to like a newborn baby, or extend that same empathy towards a dog? Like if somebody walked by here with a dog and just started like punching their dog,
Oh.
would you try to get in there and stop
Oh
it from
yes.
happening? Yeah.
Oh yes. Without a doubt. Yes.
Yeah, and
There'd be a rumble.
right because you empathize with the victim in that
Right.
situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what about like a pig? If somebody were walking with a pig past here and they just started punching a pig, would you try to stop that? from happening?
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah,
For the
it
same
wouldn't-
reason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter. For me, it wouldn't matter. Any
Right.
creature that's being abused, and if I saw it, I would react.
So-
I would react.
What if instead of the pig walking right past here and somebody punching it, what if it was happening behind a closed door in a slaughterhouse right there? Would you try to
Stop
stop
it.
that?
Now you're getting into that's
led.
where we're being led down to that. You know, that's a great question because those animals aren't. So it's kind of the nature of what's the purpose of the life of that animal, right? And so if you're talking about a pet, it definitely is a different line for me than if you're talking about animals who are raised so that we can eat the results.
So sort of like raised for a purpose?
Yeah.
So like these animals are raised to be
I'm a meat
pets?
lover,
Yeah,
so
these
Yeah,
right.
these animals
right.
are raised
But it's
to be
still
food?
right.
Okay.
Yeah, but nonetheless,
Good.
there shouldn't be cruelty, right?
No.
There should never be cruelty, regardless.
So does that change the victim's perspective, or does it change the consumer's perspective? Like, so what I guess what I'm asking is like, the animal that's raised for food, does it want to live in the same way that your pet dog wants to live?
Absolutely.
Does it feel suffering and pain in the same way that your pet dog?
Yeah.
Survival.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I still won't become a vegetarian from it. Though.
Okay, yeah.
that's
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, in your values, you believe that like maybe it's not right to cause pain and suffering to another. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Correct.
yeah. So because you wouldn't want that done yourself. So I guess my next question for you is like, do fish? Do they have that in common with us, or do they have that? They have a lot of things that are different, right?
Oh,
Their
yeah.
blood is different. They have scales
Yeah.
instead of skin.
They'll
Their
eat their
eyes look
babies,
different.
some of them.
They breathe underwater. All these things are different, but do they have that in common with us? Do they feel pain? Do they want to live?
Well,
Are
we
they-
know
yeah.
every creature wants to live.
Okay.
Do they feel pain? I would imagine so. Wait, do they have a nervous system?
Fish.
Does it?
It's got something.
It's got
It does
something.
have a nervous system.
They have a
but
brain
I
and a
don't
nervous
know.
system.
All right,
They do,
then
but they
they
also
would feel
will eat,
pain.
some fish will eat their own babies.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Like spiders.
That's
Some
different
animals
than
do
we
that too,
are.
Like the black widow.
Yeah.
Lions will sometimes
Right,
eat their own.
right. Survive.
Yeah.
To
Survival
survive.
of
So
the
that
fittest.
fish will do anything to survive. They have a lot of babies, so some of them survive. I mean, that's
So do we need to eat animal products to survive? Do we need to eat meat,
No,
dairy,
we
and
don't.
eggs? So it's perfectly healthy to live
Yeah.
without those products?
Yeah, if you take a whole lot of supplements.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Sure,
Well, with
yes.
or without supplements, or
Yes,
let's say
yeah.
with supplements,
Okay,
yes, you can
yes.
live perfectly adequately on a vegan diet.
You could.
Like with no animal products.
You
So,
could.
so
Yes.
would you say that like the eating of those products or the purchasing of those products is unnecessary as a result of that? Like if we don't need it to survive,
Right.
Right.
Does it therefore become unnecessary?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think
Can you
so.
elaborate? How does it?
Yeah, so think of this. What if I'm allergic to any kind of plant protein?
Sure. Yeah.
Then the only way I'm going to survive is to eat another form of protein. And now you're into fish and meat or dairy or
So
whatever.
that therefore becomes an issue of survival.
Correct.
So then it
Correct.
becomes necessary.
Right.
But let's say survival isn't the issue.
Right.
Let's say we live in Western society, you don't have some abnormal allergies.
Right.
Like, I don't know if that's your situation. I don't want to pry.
Right.
You know, yeah. So if you don't have allergies to like all these different plant foods, is it therefore unnecessary for you to consume animal products?
Yeah, it is. It's unnecessary for survival.
Sure.
Sure.
Then what are some of the reasons that we continue to do it?
It tastes good.
So taste, yeah. I think there are
Yeah.
several
Tastes
reasons.
good.
Taste,
Yeah.
It's some of the highest forms of protein that you can consume.
yeah.
And it's right, and it's not carbohydrate. So from you know, as you age, all of those. If my vegan diet consists of beans and things along those lines, I'm more likely to get heavy based on my genetics and my age. Right? If I can consume lean protein, like from beef and chicken and fish or whatever,
Lose weight.
you will and be sated. Right? It's all about that. So yeah.
So I guess my next question goes back to the taste issue. Do you value your own taste over the life of another being, and that means suffering in life? Like,
No, I wouldn't say that I did.
So do you think that your actions and your values are in contradiction with one another? Like, on the one hand, you value one's life over your own taste. On the other hand, every time you eat an animal product, you are valuing your taste over someone's life. Right? So I think that's an interesting moral conundrum, right? Sort of cognitive dissonance that a lot of people live with.
Yes.
And it's something to certainly consider.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I read Upton Sinclair, The Jungle. It was.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Absolutely, I did. Well, we had to, but yeah, I didn't eat meat for a little while after that, but it didn't last long. It's unfortunately it's out of sight, out of mind, right?
Yeah.
If I don't see what's happening to that animal, and all I get is what I see in the grocery store, it's how removed you are from the process.
You let yourself be.
And you let yourself. We
Kind of put your
do.
blinders on.
Because it
right?
is
You
that-
don't think
We
about it.
absolutely put our blinders on.
Contradictory piece that you have.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So do you think maybe after this conversation that we had, that maybe next time you consider eating an animal product, like you will actually think about it, like where that came from, and like that there was a living being that wanted to live, that felt pain, that didn't want to die? Like, do you think you'll actually go through that a little bit and like consider, well, maybe I could just eat like some tofu instead, or maybe I could just eat some Beyond Meat chicken. I don't know if you've ever tried any of the
I
vegan
have.
meat
It's
products.
disgusting.
There's some very nice ones out there now. Actually, it's come a long way. I don't know
Yeah,
how
no,
long it's been since
not long.
Okay,
But I
great,
don't
yeah.
do soy. Because soy is bad.
Yeah, there's a
especially
lot of
in
them.
this
A lot of
country.
them are made out of wheat protein.
Well,
And
yeah,
a lot of them are made out of
okay.
vital wheat gluten and other.
I can't eat gluten.
Oh, great. So pea protein is really the way to go.
No gluten. No soy. Actually, no dairy, no beans.
Oh, good. So you already don't eat dairy.
I already don't eat dairy.
That's fantastic. That's great.
But I do eat
Do you
meat.
eat dairy at all?
not a lot.
Not a lot. Yeah.
Eat some cheese.
Yeah. But cheese, actually, right? Cheese is the animal's still alive, so
You know, to get cheese.
Yeah.
Goat milk.
cow's milk, sheep's milk.
Are you aware that the dairy industry is the meat industry? It's the same
Yeah.
industry?
Yeah.
That the baby males that are born from
The field.
yeah, that they're in states where veal is legal, they're chained up and they're killed as infants. And in states where veal is not legal, they're killed the first day that they're alive.
Right, we knew.
Just like the baby male chicks in the egg industry. That it doesn't matter what industry it is, if it involves an animal, it's exploitive. It's exploitative. Right? So we just want people to make that connection. Whether or not you become vegan overnight, I mean, of course, that's what we would love. We would love to see more people become vegan overnight. I did 3 years ago. From watching the documentary, I kind of had all those dots go boom and like all connected at the same time.
I did vegan for a while.
Yeah,
I did not feel good.
Yeah, well, there's a lot more literature out there about it. And if you're actually interested in kind of aligning your morals with your actions, there's some great literature. I actually have some pamphlets with me. If you're willing to take something with me, would you be interested?
No thanks. We're good. We read a lot of stuff.
Well, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
Please consider it next time you,
All right.
you make your,
Sure.
your next food choice.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Take care.